gonna switch it around to the people that had gotten on the agenda first, so Alan?
Okay, well, I'll do the easy one first.
Oh, good.
Got a tax anticipation note here to be signed, $250,000. We're not gonna be getting any tax money for a while, and we've got a lot of stuff coming. Little concerned, John's talking about paving South Richford Road. It's gonna be paid for with a grant, but we're gonna have to front money up front and get reimbursed, and
How much you got there, Alan?
250,000. I'm hoping we get it now. We got a positive spread. We're gonna be earning 3.25. We're paying 2.875 on it. So what the positive interest we earn, hopefully would offset having to use this money to pay stuff until we start collecting.
How long-
We'll make a couple of bucks on this,
Hopefully.
okay, as long as we.
How long is it for?
Well, it has to be paid by the end of the year.
Okay.
Is that gonna be enough to carry what we?
Yeah.
I'm hoping. If it's not, we'll just have to
Have to borrow
increase
some
it.
more, yep.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
so,
So I need at least 3 signatures on.
well, let's have a motion to accept.
This will take care of the school. Are we owe any more school tax?
We're all done with the school for last year. But when we get the money, when we send the tax bills out in July, what usually happens is we have to give them most of the money that comes in at first, because they don't get
Right.
their state aid until September now. And we
So
have to
this-
keep them going. So
this'll-
most of our tax money goes to the school, so we don't see much of it until after,
This will keep us going.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Do I have a motion to accept the,
You move.
I do.
you do?
I do make a
Chris?
motion. Yeah.
And till seconds, any discussion on it? All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, you got it. We need to sign?
Yeah.
You need a couple of signatures?
Yep.
I'll sign anything, I don't care.
You sign it, you gotta pay for it.
That's good. A lot of it's gonna be going to the building repairs,
That's true.
so that's one of the reasons we have to get it, so.
Speaking of the
Let's
building
all sign.
repairs,
Let's
you heard
wait,
from him?
let's wait till the,
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll talk about it.
Alan still,
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
talk
he has
about it.
another item.
we can talk about it when we get to the building.
Yeah, we'll need to talk about the insurance on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else want to sign?
Everybody, only needs 3, but why don't you go ahead?
Oh, okay.
While they're signing it, I can get started on the next thing. We had our insurance audit last week. Fellow from, well, I think it's somebody the insurance company contracts to come and do the audit. They basically audit our payroll for workman's comp, and they look at just about everything to do with our insurance. And had a problem with our insurance. We had some folks that we contracted to do work for us last year, and we did not get certificates of insurance from them. So he gave me the list of people. He only looked at the ones we issued 1099s to. But he said we're supposed to be getting certificates of insurance on everybody.
Is there a minimum or no?
No, anybody working for the town is supposed to give us a certificate of insurance with liability insurance, and if they have employees, workman's comp insurance. The reason they want this is if they get hurt working for the town on town property, they've got their own insurance to cover it. And the other thing is if they're working on something for the town and they do damage to town property. You know, accidents happen. They could do damage to
Ben,
the
come on in.
town. So, we're supposed to be getting these certificates of insurance. Now, like I say, he only looked at the ones we issued 1099s to, and he gave me a list, and he wants me to go back and try to get these certificates from the people for last year for the work they did
Even though we've
for
paid
us.
them already.
Even though we paid them, and so
If
I
we get it
said,
once, can we keep it on file? Is that the deal?
usually they're good for a year.
A year,
So
okay.
we'll have to get them every year.
Okay.
A lot of the big places, like Bruce Weatherby, always sends us one. We don't even have to ask him for it. Simon's Operating Systems always gives us one without us asking for it. But I've got the list of people here, you know, I can show it to you, and I sent them all letters, and some of them were, I don't know if you were aware of it, but Daryl hired them to do work for the town for water and sewer. So I've told,
Which one's that?
well, we had Spectrum Welding, they did the welding under the bridge when we did that line under the bridge.
No, but they were working for Bowman Cody.
No, we paid them, they were working for us,
So from now on,
yeah.
That's gonna really cut down who we hire.
Anybody we issue a check for to,
Okay.
essentially they're working for us.
Yeah.
And-
I thought Bowman Cody paid them. I
No,
thought we paid, I thought they were subcontracting.
no,
Oh.
Spectrum Welding was, we paid them.
Wayne has a
Alan, I
question.
think these are the things you're looking for, right there in my folder.
Oh, some of the insurance things are there.
Yeah, right there, these all.
Well, yeah, these are for the weight permits, the trucking companies.
So,
Liability.
it's liability.
Yeah,
Weight permits are just to, so they're okay to carry the weight on these roads.
yep, they're required to give us certificates of
Oh, so
insurance.
that all belong here then, too?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Signed a bunch of those.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, I've already signed the weight permit.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we have to get certificates of insurance
Okay.
for everybody that we issue a weight permit to. So, anyway, the long and the short of it is, anybody that does work for the town going forward, we're gonna have to require that they get us a certificate of insurance. On these that, I'm going back and trying to retroactively get them, I think what's gonna happen is if we cannot get them, we're probably gonna end up paying more because our workman's comp is based on our payroll, and I think they're gonna include what we paid these
Like the
subcontractors
painters.
as though they were employees, so we're gonna end up paying more for the insurance, because we
We're gonna
didn't have
have to be careful.
certificates.
Well, it's
I
cer-
think that's what they're gonna do.
Certain categories you'd get, there's like 4 exemptions in certain job classifications, and that's according to the state rules. Because I know I just filed the workers' comp payments for that other company down the street, and we get 4 exemptions, and it's typically officers but it can just be managerial types or somebody that's coming in to do some work. I'm not sure. There's
Did you get an agenda?
almost 10,000 categories
Okay, just,
you know,
it's fine.
of different worker classifications in the state of Vermont. So it just depends what you fall out under and how many exemptions you can have under that category. So, but the bottom line is we should just get insurance from everybody.
Yep. Yep.
I have a question. I was pretty much offered a grant for this playground equipment, and the only reason I didn't follow through, they said we had to insure the people putting in the equipment or the company. How would we do, we don't do that, do we? I mean,
Well, we would have our insurance if they're working on town property, but if
I
they
have to prove that we would cover them, but our guys would be putting it up. I don't know if it's on the equipment itself, but it would be under us anyway, right?
Today.
Well, be covered
Because
by
it's
our
our-
liability insurance.
So I could get
But
a copy
again-
of that from you?
Just
If
the
they
town
were-
policy.
Just the town policy?
Yeah,
thought I
But
saw it
again,
up
if
here.
we're contracting somebody to install, say, playground equipment, we should be requiring that they provide
Well,
us
see,
with
I
a
was
certificate of
gonna
insurance.
have the guys do it, and they said they'd do it, but it seems to me that it was like you had to insure the equipment itself, and I just didn't understand it, but maybe it's simpler than I thought, because Montgomery did it. They used the same grant. So I'll look into it more, because they're pretty much
Well,
pressuring
if
me to
it's the
take the money,
equipment,
so.
We would have, we insure everything.
Because it's our equipment.
Yeah, we have all
okay.
these blanket policies, like
Okay,
for
so
the
if I could get
ambulance, we
something.
have a policy that
Okay.
basically it covers all equipment.
It kind of scared me when I saw it, because I said, oh my God, Alan's not gonna like this. But it's not that big a deal, okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, go ahead, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
And I'm finding out more about insurance than I think I ever wanted to know. And like, apparently, if we contract with a company, and it's a corporation, and they're, somehow we have to be sure we get workman's comp, even though it's a corporation. Because apparently, if, say, I had my own corporation, and I was my own only employee, you can be like a one-person corporation. I have no employees, so normally we wouldn't require workman's comp. But since I'm the only employee doing the work, I still have to get the
workman's comp.
insurance and provide workman's comp, so. Like Tim said, bottom line, I guess, is we need to
Just get
get
insurance from people.
Yeah.
insurance on
Before
everybody.
they start to work.
I think things are gonna be delayed. They don't
They
have,
shouldn't be.
they don't, people we use don't have it.
I know.
I mean, you're talking $1 million liability policy,
Well, I think
right?
that's the state minimum.
Yeah, liability, most liability policies, and they're not that expensive. It's 1 million, 2 million aggregate. And some of them have additional riders for like automobiles and different things. If they're driving on a job site or they're, using heavy equipment or whatever, they have additional insurance for those types of things. And, I mean, we, down the street, we have them for everything. And we pass them out like, candy to everybody we do, any contractor that we use, every contract that we have, they all require liability insurance, and most of them are 1 million, 2 million, and they are all also require workers' comp. And
When we post the big jobs for the paving stuff, we always say insurance required, so if we do any smaller jobs, we just need to advertise it and say
Absolutely.
proof of insurance required.
yeah,
If they can't do it, they can't do it.
and unfortunately, what's gonna happen is we're gonna chase away a lot of local contractors.
That's what I was,
I mean, you'd love to keep the business locally, but hey, sorry.
Alan, I was talking about that today, and was wondering if maybe you could call Joel Cahill, and if, just for a small job, if the person will sign a waiver,
Well, I don't know waivers.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I was thinking Joe Cahill, if he could create a waiver that said that this person would waive any claim against the town for personal injury and
Does that
would be
hold up?
responsible
Okay.
for any damage they inadvertently
Yeah.
do.
If it's
maybe-
duly executed.
And if Joe says no,
Then it's no.
that's fine.
Okay, I'll call him
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's a good idea.
I'll call him tomorrow.
I got one little $1,000 job
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, we
Sure.
wanna do
I got-
local.
I got one smaller than that, but,
Okay.
it's already in the work.
Okay, so we've decided what we're gonna do, right?
Yep.
Okay, any more, Alan?
no, that's it for me.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
On the agenda is Ben next? Is this an
Who's got the
agenda?
Oh,
agenda?
here,
No, I didn't take it.
You don't want it?
Okay,
No,
I'm
she's
sorry, I
only
didn't
got
run them,
one.
I'm sorry, I didn't run them.
Just give it up.
You good? You like listening to all of it? Okay. Eli, you're next.
What number is that?
Thank you for letting me come in.
What do you think?
Take some of your time here.
Oh.
I first of all, I want to make it clear what I'm gonna say is I'm not going after any individuals or business or anything. That's not what I'm going after. I wouldn't want to do that. And the concern is the dust on our road during the summer.
Say which road so he can put it in
It's
the
our
notes.
Stevens Mill Slide Road.
Stevens Mill Slide.
Yep. There's been a couple of times I've called the town shed and they did come up, put chloride on. That doesn't take care of the rest of the summer. There's a lot of traffic up there. During the manure spreading season and the haying season. About 4 times during the summer. So one shot of chloride doesn't take care of it. And last year, I did not call him, I just inhaled it and ate it, my wife and I. But we're not going to anymore. It comes in, it's a cloud. It's a cloud that comes right across, and A couple of years ago, I even invited a selectman, he's not a couple, about 3-4 years ago, it was Robert St. Pierre. And I asked him if he thinks I'm joking, to come up to my house, spend an hour with me while this is going on. We'll sit on a lawn chair in the front yard or go in the house even. You see what I mean? But we just can't breathe and eat any more of that dust. We just can't do it. We're not going to do it.
I've seen that. I know what
Well,
you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Wayne, is
And-
there something we can do about this?
Well, the chloride, liquid chloride.
Liquid chloride.
Liquid.
How often should it be done?
Well, as often as it does, so you know, it depends on the summer too. If you have a real wet summer, it's not as bad, but,
Right now, the dust isn't flying, but this rain won't last all summer.
yeah. No, I mean, it depends on the weather, yeah, but it would have to be taken care of with more chloride.
And Wayne, I'm not going after
No,
your family or anything.
No, I understand, but
I show you it's not.
when trucks come down the road, they're gonna make dust, there's no question about it. Yeah.
Oh, you've got land up there.
Well, we
Yeah.
rent all the land up there, yeah. So, I can speak to Johnny, because I had mentioned it to him on other roads that we share with Berkshire, that, they used enough chloride that there was never dusty, and when you hit the Richford part of the road, it was
It's
dusty.
Dusty, okay.
Yeah.
So what
I-
we'll
I will bring it up to him. Yeah,
say is that you'll bring
absolutely.
it up to Johnny, and if you find that it's not happening, you give us a call and say, hey.
I hate to complain.
No,
Don't worry about it.
No.
Don't worry about
It's right
it.
then.
No.
No.
No, you just see how they do. He'll mention it, and then if it doesn't get done, just give us a buzz.
Yeah. No,
And
just more
I bet you
chloride.
there'll be a truck up
Yeah.
there.
Usually don't they chloride right after they grade, or, yeah,
Normally,
Couple days or so.
Yeah.
Yep, we got does my road, they come by and put it on.
I know what he's talking about because I've worked up in that area a
yeah,
lot.
oh, yeah.
And there's been
Yeah,
summers that
it
it's
does
been bad.
Oh, sure.
I know
Yeah.
that.
Well, if you're up there, you can keep an eye on it too.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, we're the ones
It's
that,
the type of gravel that's on there
Yeah.
that's, it's real dusty.
yeah, it's dusty.
The trucks
call it.
travel, they grind that right into a dust and then it blows
Then it
over.
blows.
Yeah,
It's not, it's just,
And the
Nature,
wind
but
quite
something
often
that can
is
be
blowing
taken
from the
care of.
road toward his
well,
place.
sure.
the wind does, and I think it probably does. My neighbor, Norman's daughter there, Rebecca. In fact,
Rebecca, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joanne on the other side of the road hardly gets any, so,
Yeah, prevailing wind, prevailing wind,
yeah,
yeah.
so that's,
Okay, so what we can tell you is we're gonna try to do better.
Well, I'll talk to Johnny about it, yeah.
Dr. Johnny.
Yeah,
and if
absolutely.
you find, don't be afraid to call.
Yeah, just call
Absolutely.
me.
Just call here, I'm here in the morning, and I can
Yeah,
pass it on to
yeah.
him.
If you don't call, we don't know.
Right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Take care of
Yeah,
it.
not a problem.
And have a good summer.
Yeah.
okay, like, take care.
Okay, recognize people. Michael was here first.
I have nothing, just listening.
Okay.
Eric,
Nothing? Nothing? Hey, I'm holding you to your words.
I'm just gonna have something with the trash that I, the clarification when we get to that, so that's
When we do
fine.
trash,
what are you
okay.
doing? Stop touching me.
You're on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Behave. Ben? Yes? Come on
Hi,
up.
Ben.
Coming in.
Come on up.
What you guys doing?
Hey,
We don't know yet.
Hey,
Yeah, that's right, sure. I guess I heard that there was a little complaint about there was a water situation over to,
Do we?
what's that street down, Hamilton Street.
Hamilton Place.
Right?
Hamilton.
Yeah. The water meter.
But a water meter, I guess it
We
wasn't
got
there.
in and replaced it the other day.
Yeah, okay, so, I don't know, something is saying that.
Well, the reason we got in and replaced it, there was no meter there, Ben. It was gone.
What'd you do with the meter, Ben?
Yeah,
If I knew it was, I'll tell you, I brought it here if I knew about it, I don't know.
Well, it apparently disappeared when the price of copper was quite high.
I heard that he used a sharp bite on the bottom and top there and replaced it somehow, I guess, whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, we put in a new one.
Okay,
And according to the policy, if a meter is taken out like that, disappeared, we bill the landowner
Right.
for the meter.
right.
So that's That's what you got.
So how'd it turn out? I mean, you know, so did he get a bill, did he?
Huh?
Did he get, I haven't been here, did he get a
Did he
bill?
Did you get the bill yet?
No.
No, you're going to.
How much is it? You know,
I'm not sure. I think 300 a quarter of their bills. And, yeah.
If I knew it was out, I know that, you know, whatever, I'd fix it, whatever it is, you know, I mean, that's something that.
well, how do you do your
Oh,
water
I-
if it's not there? How do they,
Well, they
We
gave me
didn't get a
the,
reading, that's what.
so how does he pay for his water? Just go on the last reading or?
well, you go for the minimum, right? I don't know.
Just base.
Oh, pays for the base, okay.
I don't know. there.
And,
So when they went in, they saw the meter was gone.
Oh, yeah. We couldn't get a reading, so
Okay, so they went
Forky
in.
let us in.
Okay.
And talked to somebody there, I don't know who was there, talked to them.
Sure.
And,
And they
They
came.
said with me.
they didn't have much of anything to say. And, so,
So,
we don't know, Ben, we don't
Yeah.
know whether, the last time, we didn't get a reading on it either, so we just built the base.
Right.
And then, because we couldn't get in, they wouldn't let us in.
That's probably the reason why, I guess, I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
I
there
don't know.
wasn't a
I
meter
hear-
there, yeah.
Maybe that's why, I don't know, I mean, I don't know
well,
what's there.
if they pulled it out and sold it, you can charge them, right? For the
Yeah,
meter.
they wouldn't let
Oh,
us
yeah,
in.
I'll charge them all right.
We tried 2-3 times, and, well, if they say you can't go in, you can't go in.
So how are you gonna get in there?
And, so
Yeah.
Porky let them.
Forky let us in.
People don't say
Does he
no.
work for you too,
yeah.
Ben?
What's
Does he
that?
work for you too?
He's a good
He's a
guy.
good man for
He's a good guy.
evictions.
He's the best man around.
He is. I think he
They
is.
say a lot of shit about him, whatever, you know.
No, I think he is a good, he keeps
Oh, yeah.
track of those
Get him.
places, I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
I think get him in there, you know, shut the goddamn water off or something, whatever you gotta do, right?
Yeah,
But you can't shut the water off.
No.
No.
Sometimes you can't shut it off, Ben.
Well, I don't know,
So
shut it off.
you're okay with them charging you for the meter?
Well, I don't know, and it's, because that goes nothing about it, whatever on that.
Well, you do now.
I knew when I heard about it. I knew before.
So you're okay, right?
I knew about it before I came in here because
Yeah,
I heard about
you
it.
Yeah,
That's what-
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
That's no secret to me, you know.
But
Not everything,
you
you know.
need to tell your people.
Well, not to take the meter out?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's the start anyway.
Yeah,
Probably the thing to do, Ben, is charge a little more deposit so it'll cover the next meter they take out.
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Ben,
Yeah, go ahead.
you had given Sheila some addresses of places that you don't,
Sheila,
Record.
Sheila in the town hall here?
Town hall.
Sheila here in the
Assistant
town hall.
clerk.
Yeah.
Didn't you give her some addresses of properties you don't have anything to do with anymore? Because she wrote them down and
They're
gave
on
them to
my
me.
desk.
And yes, and I forgot to tell you that they were
I
there.
figured it out when I saw
Yeah,
it today. So what,
But I
what's
don't-
that mean? That means we don't bother him for those?
About those
Okay,
properties.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
well, for now anyway, right, whatever, I mean,
for now,
You want this
okay.
one on the list too, don't you?
well, I don't know.
For now, we won't bother him, Linda.
But Rita called me, you wanted to come here anyway for another reason, wasn't it?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Okay.
So it's not just the meter.
Right, let me
So are we
just-
okay on the meter now? You're gonna get a bill?
Well, I don't,
Yeah, okay.
maybe I can
Sounds like an
negotiate after I
okay
get
to me.
it, right? Maybe I can negotiate if I get it somehow. Whatever on that there, but the prior to also the, okay, I know last year, it was the last year that we tried to settle to for the garbage sticker there on the, what was that place there, on the,
Yeah, which place was it? Willow, you said Willow when you
right?
talked to me on the phone, I
Willow,
think.
was it Willow? Yeah,
I think
Willow
she
Street.
said Willow.
Not that one, so. I know last year, I tried to put it in, on the back fender and type of thing, you know, because the reach around the back burner because, you know, and then Wayne just knowing as much as I do, whatever, quit farming a little bit tough and stuff, whatever, so we had, you know, well, for some stuff, so I put it in the back burner and I sort of forgot about it. Now I'm here to give you a check for it, you know? And so what can I give you for to try to do,
Which do we owe, you owe us?
somewhat, you know?
$5,000.
I guess we
I
have to
don't own the
look up
property,
the
no.
Is it just,
bill.
is it one property, Ben?
Yeah, that one right there, you know.
With,
Alan's not still here, is he?
No, he's already went out the back door.
Well, the thing, I know that those stickers that I was supposed to get, those are all gone too anyways here, so they might, you know,
We probably stopped the stickers back when we,
back that,
Yeah,
right?
if you stop
So what?
any quarter that you don't pay, then you still get a bill for the next quarter, but you don't get any stickers to go with it,
That's right.
okay? And so,
you need to catch
I guess
up.
what we need to know is what's the property address? We can call up the property And then, because I have another one
No,
that
right.
we're gonna be discussing later,
Right.
that they're looking for a waiver on.
Is this the same people that have been in there the whole time since last year?
Yeah, that's right.
So what have they been doing for garbage?
It's gone, that's all I know. Yeah,
Yeah, well, we found a pile on the McAllister Road the other
Yeah, we
day.
found a
We're finding a
He's
lot
going through
of.
it, reading
a lot of garbage, Ben.
Mail
Did you find any
belongs to
receipts in
them.
there? Did you find any receipts? I hope I didn't mind, but you know, I mean,
Well, what I do is I go through the bag
Yes.
looking for addresses.
I can understand that, I can understand that.
He did, we went to the
We
house.
did, and we
they-
got
they'd-
one.
They'd left 6 months before
And
that.
they left 6 months ago.
So are you asking for less, to pay less? What are you asking for on
Yeah,
this?
well,
You
if I
just want to
could-
know how much it is.
If I could, you know, I mean, if I could get asked for less, I mean.
Well, yeah, if you could, but you can't.
Well, can I mean?
Well, we don't even know what
We
the
don't know
bill
what the
is.
bill
We don't even know how
Well,
much.
whatever it is, could I get less? That'd be a good answer, right?
Maybe we owe you money.
Well, I don't,
Well, I doubt that.
He needs the address, Ben.
I wish we'd looked it up before. I know it was Willow, and I wrote it down 2 weeks ago when I was here, but of
okay.
course I'm not here. I
Yeah.
haven't been here for 2
We'll
weeks.
look back through the minutes, we'll figure out.
Well, I
because
don't know.
he
He's never
talked
asked
about
us
it-
before, have
No,
he?
he talked about it before.
Right, so why don't you look it up there and I'll
How
come
much,
up there?
you know how much it is.
I have no idea what it is.
You
I really
do.
don't. I
You have a
no, I
general
don't.
idea,
I don't know what it is. I thought you guys always have a bill in front of me on every time you come
Well,
here.
I forgot that you
Okay,
were
but
coming.
anyway, so what do we do? Maybe I can talk
So
to
you want to negotiate the bill?
Maybe if I come up to you before the week's over, that'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find out, we'll find.
I'll find out
information.
tomorrow morning
Yeah,
what the
fine.
bill is, and I'll call
Okay,
Rita
tomorrow.
and tell her how much it is.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
That's fair.
What's your phone number?
That's fair enough. I don't
Yeah,
have,
You
I
don't
don't have
want- You don't
one.
want to
We'll
say it on
negotiate.
TV?
I don't have one.
Okay. I can find you.
We only negotiate.
You got my email anyways.
Yeah,
You got my-
we negotiate up.
Yeah, no.
We're all set here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But now are you gonna continue the trash there?
Right, yeah,
So,
yeah. If I-
so once we
whatever.
figure out how much you're gonna pay, you're gonna get current
That's right.
and start getting the stickers again,
Yep.
That's right.
okay?
That was
And that's still your property, the Willow,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
perfect.
See how easy that was?
We'll get it figured
See how
out.
easy that
It
was?
didn't cost you that much tonight.
That meter thing there, I like it.
Hey, you know,
Hey,
the price of copper's down right now, so you don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
I'll give you some coppers.
Yeah,
Okay.
hey, Ben, at least their snake's gone.
oh, yeah,
The snake's
maybe,
gone.
are you sure?
It got beheaded.
Up on the Hamilton place, yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
You guys are okay.
Take care.
Okay, bye. Okay, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the April 17th meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Second,
Yep.
all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, chair hasn't got much. If I think of something later, highway, Wayne.
Norm got in and started work today. Our new employee.
Yep.
That's about all I got. I didn't talk to Johnny today, so can't be there was anything too much going on.
He was supposed to come in and do his
Today was his
paperwork.
first
He's a
His
goat.
first day.
No,
Yep,
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 yep. So the other one's completely done.
yep, yep.
We got Norman
It
Gunn.
is May 1st, yeah.
It is
Yep.
May 1st, yeah.
May 1st. That's all I got.
That's it? Hey,
Beautiful thing.
playground and cemeteries.
Playgrounds are going. High school baseball, softball, little league, all going. Larry Bissett working on a project to put some type of netting Robert McAllister has to keep those baseballs from hitting over.
Oh, so I don't have to get an estimate from the,
We can get an estimate, but
I was thinking for the metal, but
Yeah.
if he's gonna do a netting,
Robert has netting,
perfect.
and they think it might work, so
Okay, so I
therefore.
can keep my playground where it is.
Playground
Right now.
protection.
Playground, yeah.
Would it be overhead or like an additional backstop on top of the building or
Overhead,
something,
isn't
or?
it?
It would be
Above,
an overhead type, I
Okay,
believe.
so the
Yeah.
balls will go that way.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
good, because I'm closing in on these
because, well,
grants,
like
and I wanna
Robert
get
said,
stuff
this
going.
stuff, this netting that you use is very, very expensive.
So we gotta pay him for it, obviously.
They only gotta keep it up during
True.
high school baseball season,
Right.
and take it down.
Sure.
Sure.
And he said he'd,
Yeah, Robert's working with Larry,
perfect,
I'm letting him do it.
perfect, so I
So,
can keep.
yeah, Notch has given us the dates for summer.
Oh, it's on my
Summer
desk.
camp.
It's on my
Yeah, it's
desk.
on, I posted it on the wall.
Okay, we need a motion to.
And we also have the dates for Camp Hope.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you-
So,
you have
I
those?
had, Camp Hope is June 22nd through September 4th.
And it's on my desk. I'm sorry.
It's August, no, it's
No,
June,
June to August for the camp.
June something to August something, but I can't,
Oh, we have
I don't know.
additional meetings. we
Can't
can
remember
approve.
for-
Well, it's on my desk. Do we usually make a motion to let them use the playground?
yes,
So you wanna make a motion?
I will make a motion. You want
Put
a
'em both
motion?
on
Can we
one?
put both of them in for the Notch Summer Day Camp and Camp Hope? Utilize the playground area for their
Summer months.
summer programs.
I'll second it. All those in favor, or any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good. And hopefully we'll have some new playground rides and equipment
Yep.
this summer.
Yep.
So we're working on it.
Cemeteries, got
What
a
are we
bid.
doing up at East Richford? What are we gonna
Went
do?
to East Richford, Dale LaRose from Franklin gave me some bids on doing, cleaning headstones. It's gonna work good, I think. He's also
How
gonna,
much?
$8 a stone.
Can't beat
Does he have
that.
insurance?
He's going to.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that
Yeah,
we're really
you're gonna
gonna be
run
up
into it. It's
against.
not
is-
gonna
It's
be-
gonna be ugly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Instead of $8, it'll be 16.
that's right,
Oh,
yeah.
at least,
I know,
yeah.
If not
No,
more.
Maybe he's got,
He said he had it, so,
Oh,
Well,
you know,
Better
but
have.
show me the paper is
Yep.
another thing.
Yep.
But I'll make
That's
sure.
okay.
I
it's
have-
not life insurance.
I have to tell you, when my daughter was up this week, we went for a ride, ride mom around. And we went by the cemetery, our cemetery, and she noticed immediately those stones in the front. She says, my God,
Oh, they're like new.
they're like new. She said, I said, I know. Because the last time they were up here, they couldn't even read
Yeah,
them.
he said he can make stones from,
They were
there's
beautiful.
some up there in East Richford, it's like Troy Street. Civil War time, he can make them look like brand
He
new.
can fix the tipping too? He's gonna do
Yeah.
that? That's extra on top of the 8, a little
He
bit.
doesn't charge.
Okay, good.
But I did tell him, when we got out of the vehicles, I said, Dale, turn around and look and see where you are.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's right on
Yeah,
The
the
line.
border, right,
through the
cut
cemetery.
Through the
right
cemetery.
through there. Because you turn either way, you're in the middle of, and he says, what do I do?
Oh, they'll come and say hello
And
to
I
you.
said,
Oh, they'll remind.
don't worry about it. And I called patrol today and I said, I'm gonna have a guy up there, you're gonna be going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know why they would ever get upset, but they wanted the information and his
of
name.
course,
and
yeah.
the
I was
vehicle.
looking at stones one day and they stopped and asked me what I was
Huh?
doing.
You have on going, so.
Oh, yeah, I know, but anyway, we're covered, we should be fine there.
So we're gonna work on the East Richford then.
He's gonna take, I gotta go up and count stones that I want done, mark off where I don't, and we'll see how much that's gonna cost.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna fix some at Troy Street, and then I'll have him look up at South Richford also.
Do you want me to see if we can get another grant like we did last year?
Yeah, that's what, he brought that up. He
I mean,
said-
they
he said,
gave us
"Do
one."
you know about the
Yeah.
grant?" I said, yeah, we got one last year.
I mean, they might not give it to us again unless they had some left over, they might.
Well, and the
Because we
Wilson,
just got
the
it.
Wilson Fund has $758.
So we're gonna use that
or so.
first anyway. right?
Yeah, we use that first,
Sounds
because that was
like a
for
plan. For that
that
cemetery.
purpose.
Yeah. Good,
Okay?
perfect.
Yeah.
Buildings,
Okay.
got a lot here, huh?
Well, yeah, we do have a lot, and now I'm very genuinely concerned by Alan's dissertation on insurance, because I gotta think that a lot of the people that we have scheduled to do the work do not have workers' comp. And they're not gonna run right out and spend, $2,500, $3,000 to get a workers' comp policy. Or
Add it to our
if they
bill.
do, yeah, exactly, that's what will happen. They'll add it to our bill. And right now, we're right within the budget for all the projects in this building, and at the library, and at the emergency services building. And if we gotta bite the bullet on an extra $3,000, we gotta, there's a bit of a menu listing, kind of a pick and choose at the library. I have a single bid for carpentry repairs. I have a single bid for painting. I have a single bid for, and it's actually a two-part bid for replacing the decking on the front porch, either with a composite material or just pressure-treated lumber. So it's a bit of a pick and choose for us. And if we have to bite the bullet on a couple of things, I'd prefer not to.
Right.
I'd look for the money somewhere else. But we were saving some money to begin with, going with a single source. Because they only have to mobilize once, they have the equipment, the lifts and everything else.
I
But,
can't believe he doesn't have the insurance.
well, he has liability insurance.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be the issue, it's gonna be the workers' comp, because a lot of people just roll with it, you know, it's two or three friends working
Yeah.
together and they're not gonna sue each other.
Right.
But
Maybe.
according to the, I think, as I understand it, according to our umbrella insurance policies and so forth, we have to get, and I don't even understand where this audit, the insurance auditor was from.
I thought I asked him the
That's a good
state.
question.
You know,
I thought I asked him.
I thought it's from the state.
Didn't I say from the state and he nodded?
but
Oh,
why would they care about going backwards? Why would they?
Yeah, I don't
Why
know.
would they request policies
Somebody probably
coverage
called
from
them.
last year?
Somebody probably
I don't
called
know. But anyway,
Yeah.
bottom line is, if we can work through this, the good news is that we're almost ready to install the new lift. We've run into one complication, and when you leave tonight, I don't think you've ever noticed, there's a radiator mounted on the wall right up above the elevator, okay?
Yeah.
And
That's safe.
heat risers.
couple of 100 pounds, and it's attached to the wall. And there's not a big enough door
Oh, yeah,
opening on the
stairs.
front side, so we're gonna have to cut into the drywall from the inside, some sight holes to make sure. We need 89 inches and we only got 84. We may have to relocate that radiator to the other side of the hallway or something like that.
Where it should
It
be.
can be done, it can be done, but we're ready to issue the PO and place the order and have them come and do that work. There's carpentry work, there's electrical work, and there's the accessibility systems installation of the lift. We also got an attractive bid for the roof here. We're ready to go with that. It also includes painting the tower, the steeple. It doesn't include the interior repairs that were discussed last fall, which is a stairway, you know, some steps going in there and some additional waterproofing inside. Get our fingers crossed, maybe they'll, you know,
Maybe
show up
do
a
it
little
next year.
bit cheaper, or we certainly will do it next year. In the library bid, like I said, we budgeted 27,000, and right now we're at 26,500 something. So, and we're ready to pull the trigger on all of them. The contractor is finishing up the cleaning from sugaring season, and as the weather is turning nicer, they're ready to go, and should be a quick process. Last week, we rekeyed the emergency services building, and now there's 3 sets of masters. Fire department has access to their side, ambulance department has access to their side, and there's another set of keys that we can let out for the meeting room here, for people to come upstairs. There is a master key that opens all the locks. It's in the only lock in the building that it doesn't open is the medical storeroom for the ambulance services, because we don't want anything to do with that. And it won't open the fireman,
Chief.
the chief's office,
Right.
because they have records and so forth in there, and so it's not necessary. But we gave the fire department 4 keys for that room, so they're all
And
set.
they're happy?
They're very happy. In fact, I issued a grand master to Paul Martin. He stores it in the office so that if anybody needs it, they can get it there. Donna Silva, who handles the ambulance department, she has a grand master. I have a grand master, and there's one here that
vault.
Chris used today. I think signed it
Yep.
out for the camera guys earlier today.
Yep.
And that's available. And the one rotten door on the side, we're just waiting for it to be delivered. We already have the key cylinder to go into it, and it's a custom door because we had to give them the measurements on where the hinges were. It's a steel door, and so Camco's fabricating it, and it should be in within the next week. So all that's taken care of, and we just gotta work through some insurance issues now.
So, Tim,
Yes.
if they add the workman's comp cost
Yep.
for their policy into, what we're gonna have to pay it,
Right.
does that mean we're not gonna be able to get a couple things done?
I don't know. The question would be, I gotta get some more information. I'd come back to the board. Maybe they wouldn't paint the steeple, which is a
Do it
couple
next
of $1,000s, you know? So I'd leave that off for next
Because if
year.
we use the same people for all of them, we're not paying for 3 different policies, we're paying
Oh, yeah, no,
for one.
absolutely.
And they're doing all this work, so we're not doing it for everybody.
It's related to his company,
Right.
the number of employees, and what his overall payroll is in a year.
Yeah.
And it depends what category. Every category pays different rates per $100. It's of payroll, and it's like roofers is the highest, and an accountant is the lowest because he might get he
Paper
spilled
cut.
some. Yeah, exactly. And they might be paying 25 cents.
Right.
Roofer might be paying $25.
Right.
Okay, so that's how it's calculated.
Yeah.
And if they gotta fold it in, we'll see. I think it's fair. It's a surprise to all of us.
Yeah.
And
We can work with it, I would think, it wouldn't be that much.
right.
Yeah.
So,
And we'd only be paying it for the time they were working for us, we wouldn't be paying it for,
well, no, he has to buy an annual
for an
policy.
annual policy. Okay,
And that's
well, whatever,
so
it'd only be for
we'll-
one time.
We'll cross it. I'll stay on it for the next week, and we'll certainly have answers by the next select board meeting. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
And
Any
that's
other
what I know
questions on it? No? Okay, that's built, you're all done
That's
building?
buildings, yeah.
Public safety,
I wanted to bring up that on this Thursday at 6:30 at the Berkshire Town Clerk's office.
6:30?
6:30. There will be a meeting pertaining to the animal shelter closing, blah, blah, whatever. They've invited anyone from any of the select boards and the animal control officers from all the towns in Franklin County.
Now,
So there-
who's they?
That would be Bed and Biscuit.
So this is a private meeting?
This is.
Okay.
And they called around and emailed and invited.
Because they have a solution, or they are gonna try?
We don't know yet. They have certain things that they want to do.
Yeah,
The board of directors of the Humane Society weren't real interested in what they wanted to do.
Oh,
So,
well.
but we have heard nothing
Right.
since that one meeting we had in St. Albans with the board of directors of the Humane Society. No, but they have not said a word.
well, we have to fend for ourselves, so if they're gonna have a meeting.
So, Bed and Biscuit is willing to put up, they have money to put up, to open a facility and to start a
Like a side business of
a
stray
side one.
dogs.
Yeah, so,
Worth going to listen
Can they
to.
get the permits okay?
Sorry.
I guess it's gonna be a nonprofit. Isn't that right? They said it'd be a nonprofit, that they're gonna run the Humane Society portion of it to take care of animals. The building that's existing there now, where the Humane Society was, is empty. As far as we know, nobody's done anything in it. We asked at that meeting if we could, have volunteers go in and clean, and they weren't.
So with the Bed and Biscuit, well, you don't know.
The Bed and Biscuit wants to buy that property
Okay.
and
Run.
they would convert it to another kennel and
Okay.
a grooming
Well,
facility.
Somebody's willing to do
And
it.
then they would erect their own nonprofit rescue center. That's, I believe,
And
what they're
maybe
gonna
they're
talk
asking for
about.
the town support like we
Well,
gave to them.
and
Yeah.
they're gonna need town money.
Right, right. Well, it's worth going to.
So anyway, oh yeah,
6:30.
We can
add
Yep.
the,
Berkshire Town
because
Clerk.
we still have nowhere to go.
We've been lucky so far.
We've been lucky, we had a family take care of, well, the one dog that we talked about last time that
Right.
Eric had, we were able to take care of, but.
We discussed something today, you know how we don't have dog census taker anymore? And our dog catcher, our animal control officer right now is kind of in limbo, right? I mean,
Yeah,
well, Alan suggested that we give her like $5 a head, because it would be paid for anyway, for every dog she found that was not registered. And that they came in and registered them, because it would be paid for because they'd register the dog. And that way we could get more of a dog census going and the dogs registered maybe. I don't know if it's something you want to.
I mean, every dog that she picks up,
No, she should go out looking, like knocking on doors. Do you have dogs?
oh, do you have dogs that,
Yeah, and then if she gets them registered, she gets $5 per dog or.
how's she gonna know that the people come in and,
Bounty.
how are they even gonna know?
They'll have to
she's-
be a double, they'll have to be a
There's-
cross-check, yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna have to be a
Yeah,
cross check.
yeah, well, it's just a suggestion
So
that
door-
that might
door
be a
knocking.
way. Door knocking like they
Yeah,
used to
cold
do.
calling.
They used to do that all the time in
Okay.
this town, but it's just something to
No,
suggest that if you
no,
want to talk
I
to her
will.
about
I
it.
mean,
She could make the extra money with the
Yeah.
$5 per dog, because Alan says some of it goes to the state, some of it
it
stays
does,
here.
it does.
So he said that we wouldn't lose any money, and we'd
Okay.
have the dog census without having to pay extra
Our,
money for that.
Kristen, you may not know the answer to this. The dogs that are registered, they come with an address, right?
Yeah.
So, do we have a?
She wouldn't do those, obviously, yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering if we have a ready-made report that says these houses on this street are all, have registered animals. And if she drives down the street, oh, this house doesn't have a registered animal. Look, there's a dog in the front
Yeah.
yard. That's the house she goes to.
They
Well,
don't,
they have something, because anytime I have a dog bite, I go in there and they can tell me immediately if the dog
they
is
go into the
registered.
computer, and I don't know how they can sort.
Okay.
Whether they can sort by,
But they
it
always
depends on the
know.
database they're using. They might be able to sort by street, they might be able to, they can sort by
That's
name,
my
I know
point. It'd Make
that.
her
Yeah,
job a
job
lot
easier.
easier.
Oh, a lot easier, yeah.
so-
If she
Yeah.
takes it, if she's
Yeah.
used to do it. But yeah, they're very quick about being able to tell me if the
Yeah.
dog's registered or not,
Sure.
Yep,
so
yep. So,
they must have
anyway,
it on something,
that, we gotta do something,
yeah.
You going to the meeting Thursday?
huh?
You going to the meeting
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yeah, I talked to Tracy, I didn't know if Linda was gonna go
Yeah,
or.
if I feel okay, I'll go.
Okay. Another item, I had 2 cameras installed today on front of the fire station. One covering up toward Weatherby, Sunoco, up toward the bank. It also covers that parking lot across from Eric's house and the old Notch building. The other camera picks up the edge of the old Notch building and goes down through that whole parking lot where the Notch employees park.
People's lot.
Sheriffs and Border Patrol been told about them?
I put an email out. And as far as the,
Are we gonna do one on the,
I don't think so, right, Tim?
I'm not gonna go there, thanks.
We're not visiting, putting some on the Historical Society right now to cover, because we were told we were not interested in having any security for our property.
It has to do with the sight lines and the trees.
oh, I know, I
That's
know.
also.
Why, wait a minute, if it was on the Historical Society, what would it cover besides the max parking lot?
It would cover the loading dock out back.
But other than, if they don't want security in that whole building, other than that building, would it cover anything else?
Not
Then we
really.
don't need it,
No.
right?
No, I
They
was
don't want-
doing it to be nice.
I know, if they don't want it to be
And
covered,
they said, we don't need any of yours
That's exactly what we're
security.
how
told.
about, we couldn't go down the street to meet with the other one? How far up does the one on the corner come?
The only thing it would cover clearer would be a portion of Main Street where it hits the bridge
Bridge.
in the beginning of the bridge, and that would
And
be
that's not
about it.
that it, okay. So it's, if they don't want it, we.
Well, and what I told the technician today, give me a few months through the summer to see how this goes.
Yeah.
We may wanna turn the angle, might wanna add something different.
How many can we have? 6?
8.
8.
We
and
got
have-
6.
We got 6, so we can have 2 more without paying extra.
And the price they're giving us is very cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah. We're good customers.
Yes,
so,
we are.
Anyway,
Okay.
and on that note of the cameras, I don't know if we covered this. Did we cover this last meeting? I got a call from the detective at the state's
Yeah,
attorney's
you're
office.
working on that assault case?
And it was, the domestic assault case, and it turned out it was a very, very violent case. A woman was severely beaten. The video that we were able to give the state's attorney's office to go forward was a piece added to all the puzzle to put it all together, and it nailed the car at the right time, going in the right place, and the victim identified the vehicle and other witness, and
Did he get nailed? Or was about to?
as far
Looks
as I
good in
know.
orange.
Good.
But anyway, what we did worked wonder. We got a very nice call from the detective, and
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a great asset to the police, law enforcement, I would think.
so
It's too bad you couldn't get a camera to watch that little park.
Can't watch all of them.
I know.
No line of sight. Okay,
line of sight,
line of sight.
unfortunately.
Trash.
Okay.
Were you done,
um,
Chris?
Yes, thank you.
I'll get to you in a second. I just want to offer up a couple of other things. At the last meeting, Mr. LaRose was in asking for a waiver on the remaining trash bill on his property at Corliss Heights.
Yep.
I am not recommending that we refund that money. We went back and researched the bill. The original abatement was given back in 2013. It was before I was even on this board. And the agreement...
What was the date, 2014, you said?
Yeah, 2013. 2/13 was the minutes that we looked at
Looked at
today.
today,
And a condition of the remaining bill was supposed to be paid, $450.
Yeah.
Plus the
Current.
tax bill, or the trash bill at that time, which was another $65. Well, guess what? The balance on the account is exactly $515.
Never
So
got
they
paid.
never made good on that. You gave them.
We
You gave them
cut that.
$586.
Yeah.
Credit.
And so I'm gonna say,
No.
Mr. LaRose owns the property now through a tax sale, and it's up to him to do the due diligence to understand what liens come with the property. So I would recommend that we do not support refunding that additional $515.
No, we already gave him 586 off.
Well, that was before it was his.
Right, but
yeah.
if he had bought it, if we
It
had
comes
it,
with
he
the
would
property.
have bought it with
Absolutely.
the
Yeah,
property.
because
Absolutely.
it was $1,100 and
Yeah.
some odd dollars.
So it's been cut in half already.
Also,
So do we write him a letter, or what do you want to do?
Yeah,
just say that we investigated the minutes, and the agreement was that there was supposed to be a $450 bill paid,
And it
and the current quarter for an additional $65.
Nothing
That's the
got paid.
exact
That's what
amount
it
that's
was,
still
yeah.
owed on the account,
Yeah.
so.
okay.
Yeah.
Second item, there was a overflowing residential dumpster identified on Harlem Street.
Yes.
We went up and visited that, and John Libby was going to send a letter to them that it was in violation of the trash and junk ordinance and so forth. And it was pretty bad. I drove up past there, and there was a couple people out in the driveway working on a car, and they just played, Mickey the Idiot, and I don't know what you're talking about. I just,
dumpster.
I live here, I don't know anything about the trash. So I said, okay, well, you'll be getting, whoever owns this building will be getting a letter from the zoning administrator, so that's happening. And then I guess now we're on to Ms. Brown.
Well, I will give you an update on that at least, whether it's completely empty or not, I don't know, but the lid is down on that, so at least it
That's
has
a
been
plus, yeah.
partially addressed. My question is, this is the 2 weeks for starting today, right? For the
They were picking up today.
Picking up today
Yep.
for that. Are they is the town picking up that refuge? Are they constantly going through the whole town during the day, or are they just trying to, within the 2-week period, hit every street so that there's a one pickup?
Boy, I don't know.
Usually
you got any idea?
they
Because
go
they were at
around.
I know they were at my house today.
They're across from my house today too.
They've been going
I think
around
they
pretty good.
circle. I think
Yeah,
for the
I-
2 weeks. I think it's constant for the 2 weeks.
Okay.
They
pretty
started
sure.
today?
In
Yeah,
other
they were
words,
out today,
Rowena, if they took
picking up a
yours
lot of stuff.
today and you put some more out tomorrow,
That's,
then, yes.
that's
Yeah.
my thing, is
They
that
should
I'm
find
working
it.
on my pile.
And
Yeah.
I think at the end, they go around at the last day and do
Yeah.
it again.
Okay.
And the other thing too is, if you have some piles out there, who knows, at Green Up Day this weekend, people might pick it up
Yeah.
anyway if it's branches and stuff like that,
Yeah.
so,
No,
but,
I think they travel.
yeah,
Okay.
they're out
I
and
think
about.
they do.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and then one other thing, because it's been almost a year ago that I brought it to the attention, and it's, again, it may not be the town's problem, because it's on the rail trail. This is, they did part of it, because there were bags that were out there that apparently looked like they were from
Right.
Green Up Day or whatever.
Right.
This is off Troy, when you go from the Troy Street side up to where it was dividing. And then about 50 feet beyond that, there's been a pile of, it looks like shingles and some wood and stuff that's been sitting there right,
a
it's
dump.
literally right on the edge of the trail, and it's been there since last year. And I've always been,
Where on the trail is it?
it's, if you come from, it's probably about 200 to less than 300 feet in, coming from Troy Street, heading towards the garage that.
Oh,
I'm
I
surprised the people that maintain the rail trail don't
don't know where that comes
see
from.
that.
Yeah, I don't, that's been out there for more than a year, and it's just, it really concerns me how close it is to the
To the-
trail. I thought, for
What would-
sure, in the wintertime, if it gets covered up by the snow, somebody would hit that, and that whole thing.
Well, I'll tell you what
I'll
we'll
mention
do
it to
is,
Deb.
I was gonna say, mention
We're
it
playing
to
cards Wednesday
the,
night.
to the Green Up Day
Yeah.
coordinator
And if she can't
for
do
this
it, then
weekend.
we'll figure it out.
And we'll just drive a truck down the rail trail and pick it up.
Well, we went to visit the McAllister Road last week and somebody had dumped
Oh my God, what a mess.
their household
Yeah.
in there. I mean, it's ridiculous that people.
And then they
do
set it
that.
on fire.
And then they burned half of it,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's better than leaving it.
Couches, they're just, what a mess.
Yeah.
He's picking through finding the name on the thing and we go down to their house and
That's fun.
the mailman told us, oh, they've been gone for 6 months.
Yeah, and
We try to investigate.
I was gonna say, thank you to the highway department. I know there's a
I
bill.
think so, yeah.
Oh, wait.
I didn't see Johnny today.
Thank you to the highway department for doing that annual pickup. And as we discussed earlier in the year, there's not a lot of money, but you should be billing back to the trash department some of the hours that are associated with that, because that's all part of
Trash,
our requirements in meeting the universal recycling. So, remind Johnny to
Give us a
You know,
bill.
Bill,
be gentle, but bill us
Bill the
back,
garbage.
And I think the highway department today also, because they got me a lift
Oh, they did?
when I didn't have one and I couldn't get one, and they had one here this morning at 9 o'clock with an operator, and
I tell you, they're pretty good.
Yep, no doubt.
took care of me today at half the price.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Hey, are you done
they'll send me a bill.
with trash?
You said?
Yeah,
Yep, yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you, yep.
Water and sewer, tell.
We gotta replace 2 culverts up on access road up to the dam. And we're gonna get with Alfred and have him install them. And,
So you got insurance?
yeah,
Okay, good.
and, yeah, we're
Just
okay.
checking.
No, we're okay, we're okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's what insurance
Yeah.
needs. And other than that, this past week, we raked and rototilled 2 of the cells up there. Used the other 2 while we're doing that. Got those all, they're testing good again. And we got a little bit of work we gotta do down to the lagoons. We got one aerator that comes across there that cable broke when the ice pushed it. And it's kind of crooked right now. We're gonna pull it back straight, replace the cable. And it was It wasn't airline cable, it was just standard cable, they were rusted and broke. And, but we've been replacing them all with airline cables and stainless steel. And, everything is working good down there. We did have, we got up to close to 600,000 gallons, during the rain that we was getting when the snow was still melting, you know. But that's dropped off in good shape now. I don't know
Until
just
the
what it
last
was
couple
today.
days.
But, we got some infiltration somewhere. And when we were getting the infiltration, boys went out one day and they went all over the streets here, lifted manholes covers to see what we were getting for flow and see if it looked like sewer or stormwater, you know. And a lot of it was real clear. So we are getting some infiltration. And we don't know of any place that the storm drains and the sewer lines are connected. They used to be, you know, we had to separate them.
Well, what about like at the end of North Avenue there? There's all those signs posted, and it says, don't eat the fish from here, and don't swim in the river here because there's periodic sewer discharge mixed in at this location.
We've never had one there.
Okay, because I see the signs, and I
Oh, yeah,
never noticed
oh, yeah.
them before. But
Where are those,
I
Tim?
guess-
at the end of North Avenue in the park,
I
at the end of
guess-
Davis Park?
Really?
I never
Yeah.
Yeah,
noticed.
I guess any place that you cross the river,
Okay,
you have to put those signs up.
okay.
That goes back quite a ways.
I'm sure. I
And,
never noticed the signs. I think they're pretty recent.
Well, they replace them, you know.
Yeah, okay.
But I think, I'm not certain, but I think any place that a line crosses the river, it has to be posted that way.
Okay,
And we've never had a problem down there yet.
okay.
And our siphon chamber on this side works real good. And the closest we ever had to a problem down there, see, there's a double line goes across there.
Right.
We use only one at a time and keep the other one clear. And we did get a plug one time.
Okay.
Somebody pried the cover open down there, busted a padlock, pried the cover open. We had a couple overshoes, an overcoat,
Nice.
and
Looked like a
few
nice
other
house for
things.
And a
somebody,
body,
yeah.
do you have a body?
Yeah.
We didn't have body, we
No
looked for
dead
one.
bodies?
But
Now there's a big rock sitting on it. You can't get in there.
there's a bunch of rocks in
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah.
And, but we got it cleared out. And, but it did mess up our siphon chamber momentarily. But we
Gotcha.
got it cleared and,
Is that the cover that was gone when the state trooper drove his car and,
yeah, yeah,
or in the park?
yeah.
Yeah, the state trooper went in there
No, that,
one night.
no, that was storm drain.
That's a storm
that was
drain.
storm drain.
He went in one night, some
Yeah.
kids had pulled that cover off and the state
Yeah.
trooper went in and his tire went down and
Nice.
he wasn't happy.
Yeah,
I bet he
storm
wasn't.
drain. And, well, you heard about this insurance deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The jets on the intake building up here at the dam. The jets have rotted out in great shape.
oh yeah, you told
And,
me that.
and the roof is a little bit tender in places. Well, I had Glenn Embry go up, and he gave me an estimate, the best he could without tearing the roof off, see what we got, is between $900 and $1,100. Okay, Glenn doesn't carry insurance anymore. And so,
Yeah.
we can't do it. But Alan and I was talking today, and we don't know whether this will work or not. But we call Joe
Yeah.
Cahill and get his opinion on it.
Yeah,
And for that, for $1,100 job, you know,
yeah,
I understand.
I know.
That's
It's
like, just like a miscellaneous expense.
It is.
It
Should
isn't
be a
even
waiver
it
for
isn't-
that.
Yeah,
And,
well, you want, give me that so I remember.
I will do that.
All right. Thank you.
And
We'll call him tomorrow.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah,
that's
we'll
gonna
try
hurt
it.
a lot of small businessmen.
Oh, well, oh,
yeah.
God.
yeah, it,
Or it's gonna cost the town a whole heck
Heck
of a lot more money.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah, a
because,
lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And I think that was your agenda, so there's some other notes on there that you might,
It's not my writing.
what the heck?
no, that was
Oh, that's
his,
yours.
I
yeah.
scribbled on that here.
So,
Oh, yeah. 16th. What day?
May 16th,
May 16th. Right,
what?
Liberty
2
Street,
weeks.
Tuesday to Wednesday.
We're gonna start Liberty Street.
start what, Liberty
Liberty
Street?
Street. Replacement.
Excavation?
Replacing the water line.
The water.
And as it turns out, we don't have any plates, travel plates for ditches. So we checked on them today, and when you're working in a place like that, you need 2 plates.
Yeah.
And they're $420 each. But of course, they're good for 1,000 years to take care of them.
1,000
It's,
years.
1,000 years.
Well, they're 3/4 inch tempered steel, a 4x8. And so I told them, go ahead and order them. And I don't know that the town has got any. I don't think so, no.
4x8 panels.
It's,
Ask Johnny.
So, but we gotta keep the street open while we're working.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna do the same thing with this section of it that we did with the other section, come along the edge of the road. That way, it gives us legal separation between the sewer and
The
the
supply.
water line, which, right now, it isn't legal.
Right, sure.
So, at the same time, Wayne, that storm drain right in that area, if John would correct that, that would be a good time to do it. Because some of that we're gonna have opened up. And that would take care of the front of Donnie Marcy's. It wouldn't take care, it won't help the back, but it'll take care of the front.
Is that line that runs through the field there? Just east of Missisquoi Manor, runs
Yeah.
through that field out the
Yeah.
back there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do we have to get a permit for that?
I don't know, that's what I was gonna ask you.
I think it's part of the.
Well, you got 2 storm drains, right here like this, and then up here, there's another one. If those were connected, rather than tapped off and running over onto his lawn, or in the general direction of his lawn, that ditch kind of goes around where Buddy's got his wood pile.
By Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes around there, so it's crowding toward Donnie's lawn. And it does get real soft, no
Yeah.
question about it.
Yeah.
And so maybe just from this storm drain to this one here, just tie the 2 together.
Together.
You wouldn't have to put in an additional drain. Instead of it coming this way, it go that way.
Yeah.
And,
Touch base with him and see what he, you
yeah.
know.
And,
Who's doing the job? Who's doing the job?
Elford's gonna do the digging for us, yep. And help us with the point. And, we're gonna have to make, 4 crossings, I think it is. Either 4 or 5, I can't remember.
How long will this take?
Well,
Okay.
it depends on the weather. No, it depends on what we hit in there too.
I know. You don't know till you get there.
We don't know until we open it up. And,
Tim has a question.
And how about the ultimate resurfacing? Now, we're ready to go with the paving on Thomas Street this year, right? But are we gonna have to go through the same thing on Liberty Street, letting it settle for a year before we come back and pave it, or?
I can't see why if we tamp it every foot. You've poured concrete, you tamped the dirt under it. If we tamp it every foot with a compactor, I can't see why it's got to set a year.
Right now, Liberty Street's it's a horrible condition.
Terrible.
All the way
Yeah.
from Troy, all the way up
Yeah,
to
we
the
know.
stop sign at Thomas there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's real rough shape. And even just, what do you call it, shim it like you did on Thomas Street there, that would be acceptable if you want to let it settle out, but.
Well, if he's building, he's gonna settle out. We can, any place we cross, we'll tamp it every foot.
Yeah.
we'll use good gravel, we'll tamp it every foot, and when we're done, we'll blacktop
Yeah.
that cut.
Till, is there an area we were gonna do this year, but we're not now?
Interval.
Interval, okay.
If we
Oh, yeah.
run out of money.
Okay.
If we have money left over, we're gonna try to
I
tackle a
thought
piece
they
of
were
it.
talking about that they
Is
didn't
that
have
that
time
hydrant?
to do it.
Well, time-wise is another thing
Okay.
too. Time is another thing. But on interval, if we do the first 500 feet
Right.
from Main Street in this year, if we can.
Yeah.
If not, we'll have to put that off for another year. But I would like to do that first
Well,
500 feet.
we budgeted for it, right?
We tried to.
Right, do we? Well, I know.
And, so that's about all I got, I guess.
Okey doke. I'm gonna give, since we're short in time, you a chance, anybody that wants to say anything. Here's your opportunity. Michael, my goodness.
I have
Okay, yeah.
something if nobody.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Oh,
then first and then
oh,
us,
okay.
yeah.
And mine's
Anything?
very quick.
Any questions? Nothing? Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Friday, I went down by the stump dump. Doesn't look like they've added any more trash. We still got the same sofa and some tires and
Yeah.
stuff. It ain't too bad, but
No, it's not that bad, but
It's bad when somebody throws a couch on public
yes, it
property.
is. But
Don't care.
no,
Like, take it back.
it's not anywhere near as bad as I
there's a
thought. It
number
was.
of degrees of bad.
I know.
Yeah.
Remember, I checked the bed bugs. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I
You ain't told
know.
me about the bed bugs.
You and
The
Parky.
day I got sick,
It,
Porky and I went and checked out some bed bugs.
oh,
Oh, cool.
it,
I don't say that that's the reason I got sick that day, but
if you're talking
didn't
with
help.
Bruce,
Yeah.
would you have him go down there and pick that stuff up?
Yeah, I'll ask him about it.
will.
Whatever the charge
Well,
is, you know,
He
with,
will.
Well, you know, his brother-in-law works for me too, Raymond, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Raymond's on a truck on every Friday anyway, so.
Yeah.
Are we gonna pick up on McAllister Road, that crap, or?
Boy,
I asked. I asked someone that should know why that stuff is there and if the owner gave people permission and there was no answer and we totally avoided my question.
Oh, so that's private property.
It is private property.
Then we
It
don't-
belongs to
Cleveland
Cleveland Blair.
Blair.
Then we don't need to
No,
clean it up. It's
Well, yeah, but it's still a zoning issue.
It is a zoning.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. It, you know.
Isn't there a
people-
$500 fine for littering? Can't we turn it over to the police? You have the guy's name. I don't know.
Let's see, you know, I don't know why anybody would ever allow people to just go up there and dump.
I don't think they did, probably. Well, you don't
But
know, because
they
you haven't
don't.
gotten.
I know.
Not just here.
Okay,
one, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say one other quick thing.
Yeah.
Thanks again to the highway department. You get full of thanks.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
going.
thank
It's,
you.
Doing a good job.
They went around and assessed the flag poles. They put the flags up and they're gonna be grinding a few of them and repainting them and making them all nice and pretty. and,
They're done.
Yeah, and they did a great job.
Yeah.
Although they still haven't put the flag up in Davis Park, wherever it is.
And
So-
they did the monument at 45th parallel
Yeah.
and the
There's-
monument
There's
next
one
to
more
the
in the
bank.
office. There's
Right.
one more in the office.
Another flag if they need it,
Yeah.
okay. All
And the
right.
monuments look,
Yeah,
Great.
they were just got.
they just did it. They're
45th.
doing a bang-up job.
Cleaned up nice, didn't it?
Must be the new
Johnny
guy.
said it was
They're getting
unreal.
ready for the
Just
new
started
guy.
today. Oh.
Getting ready for the new guy
But
that
it
wanna
was-
look bad when he came on.
Just cut the
Okay.
surface, it hadn't gone
You
in.
can read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Back on. Anybody got any other?
Oh, sorry.
No,
Okay, we would have had an alcohol or liquor control board meeting tonight, but they didn't get it until today. And we didn't realize that we thought we had everybody, or I would have just put it on the agenda.
Yeah, because I asked her the other
It's
day.
Mayhew's, and I can't put it on without, we can't vote on it unless it's on the agenda, so I did call the woman today,
Who's this?
at Mayhew's store.
Oh, the people that
Yeah,
bought
see, we didn't
Mayhew's.
know they were gonna bring one, or I would have just had it on the
Right.
agenda in case.
Are they getting ready to move in?
They are, they went out mid-month, but I said,
Oh.
I called her and I said, because you didn't bring it in till today, I said, we're gonna have to take 2 weeks, and she said, that's fine. I said, if anything happened before that, if we happen to have a meeting or something, but she said, yeah.
They'll get them out quick.
Yeah, she asked me
All
how
done
long
good.
it would take. I said it'd take 5 minutes if you brought it in last Friday. But, so I just wanted you to know there is one more coming.
Okay.
That'll be our last one.
I asked Sheila the other day when I made the agenda.
She didn't know.
No, she didn't know
It just
that.
came today.
I put a time up there trying to get opened up.
Yeah, but they're trying to open up the
Well, the
mid-month.
state's giving them
Yeah,
travelers this.
oh, well, that figures. So, okay, anybody else? Anything?
Nope.
Anything? All right, meeting's adjourned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.